Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Golden Bachelorette star Joan Vassos selected Keith Gordon as her coveted first impression rose out of her original 24 suitors. But will she ultimately go with him? Joan, a 61-year-old private school administrator from Rockville, Maryland, was blown away by Keith, a 62-year-old girl dad from San Jose, California, at the Golden Bachelorette Season 1 premiere. Rather of ride in the limousine, he arrived in a vintage station wagon with his bags strapped to the top. The fact that it brought back memories made Joan very pleased. Joan and Keith later played cornhole at the first season premiere of the Golden Bachelorette, connecting over their shared love of the beach and their families. In her confessional, she said that she had not felt safe since her husband of 32 years, John, died in 2021 from pancreatic cancer. Keith, she said, gave her that sense of security. Later, Joan gave Keith her first kiss of the evening and her first impression rose. Does Joan end up falling in love with Keith? Even though Joan and Keith clicked right away on the Golden Bachelorette, she ultimately decides against choosing him. There aren't any spoilers yet regarding their eventual breakup, though. Given that Joan had expressed her desire to never leave her family and that Keith has deep family ties, it is plausible that their separation was caused by the fact that they were on different coasts and lived across the nation. That being said, this is just conjecture. Reality Steve disclosed Joan's final 4 suitors in an Instagram post, revealing Chalk Chapel as the winner. Chalk, Guy Gansert, Pascal Ibgui, and Jordan Heller are Joan's last 4 men. Joan eliminated Jordan after giving hometown dates to all 4 of the men. Joan went to Tahiti for her 3 fantasy suite dates with Chalk, Guy, and Pascal. As it is according to Steve, Pascal killed himself since he had no feelings for Joan. He wasn't sure, though, if this happened at the final 2 or the last 3. Joan ultimately decided on Chalk, but Reality Steve is unaware of their engagement status. The Season 1 premiere of The Golden Bachelorette saw Joan and Keith form the strongest bond, so it's disheartening to see that their relationship won't endure. It's fantastic that Joan and Chalk could fall in love, though. In the near future, hopefully, Keith will also discover the love he seeks. Keith would be ideal as the star of The Golden Bachelor Season 2 because of his large personality and gentle disposition. Joan Vassos of The Golden Bachelorette recently came clean about lying to her family in order to land the starring role in the spin-off. The Golden Bachelorette's first episode debuted on September 18, 2024, and thus far, the journey has been incredibly enjoyable. Joan won over viewers' hearts during her brief appearance on Jerry Turner's The Golden Bachelor Season 1 despite leaving the show early to be with her daughter. Her every step is scrutinized now that she is in the public eye, and she just exposed a lie she had told her family. Joan discussed her family's reaction to her choosing to be the lead on The Golden Bachelorette in an interview with Fox News. She claimed that after seeing The Golden Bachelor and realizing how well the cast was portrayed, her family was relieved by Joan's reception by the public. Joan did, however, own that she lied about the fact that her family found it awkward to watch her kiss anyone. Joan handed Keith Gordon her first impression rose in the season premiere of Bachelor Nation's The Golden Bachelorette, and she later planted the first kiss of the season on him. Joan didn't have to wait long to receive her first kiss, and her family was undoubtedly wriggling as it happened. But Joan is on The Golden Bachelorette to find love, and part of the game involves sharing a kiss. Joan said in an interview that it would be extremely embarrassing for her family to witness her more private moments with her suitors, but she also disclosed that she will be kissing a lot this season. Although Keith is undoubtedly in the lead after kissing and receiving the first rose, Joan now has 18 eligible guys to choose from after the first episode. The Season 28 winner Kelsey Anderson's father, Mark Anderson, appears to have a good relationship with Joan, based on the teaser for the show. There have been hints that Joan might not get engaged before the season ends. Joan may have left with a companion, but not a fiancé, because she made it clear that she was determined to spend her time on the program and pursue her dreams of love. In any event, fans are in for a long journey with Joan, one that promises to be full of passionate moments and, presumably, lots of kissing. Recently, the first season of the Golden Bachelorette debuted, and among the men competing for Joan Vassos' heart was one well-known face. Joan, a 61-year-old Maryland private school administrator, debuted on television in Season 1 of The Golden Bachelor as one of 22 women vying for Jerry Turner's last rose. Joan was forced to end the season early due to a family issue, but now she's getting another opportunity to fall in love on TV. Joan was taken aback when Kelsey Anderson from The Bachelor Season 28 emerged from the limousine on the first night of The Golden Bachelorette Season 1. Joan's father, Mark Anderson, was to be introduced to her by Kelsey. When Kelsey took Joey home for her hometown date during Joey Graziadei's season of The Bachelor, Mark made his on-screen debut. The fans loved Mark right away and were overjoyed to learn that he would be competing for Joan's affections. The 57-year-old Mark was a retired widower leading a somewhat obscure existence long before he joined the cast of The Golden Bachelorette Season 1. He gained popularity as a result of his appearance on The Bachelor Season 28 with his daughter Kelsey, and was asked to participate in the female-led spin-off. Joan's season just started, and there's always a chance Mark may be chosen to be the next Golden Bachelor if he doesn't capture her heart. Before her death in 2018, Kelsey's mother Denise Anderson was married to former Army veteran Mark from Leesville, Louisiana, for 18 years. After receiving a diagnosis of extremely aggressive breast cancer, Denise passed away in 2 months. Since then, Mark has remained single, and this season of The Golden Bachelorette is his chance to try love again. On a date with Joey on Season 28 of The Bachelor, Kelsey discussed how her father's constant job prevented them from having a close relationship when she was growing up. Mark became a single father of 4 after Kelsey's mother passed away, and they became closer. These days, Kelsey has always relied on her father's wisdom. In addition to posting on Instagram, where he has 15.3K followers, Mark is a frequent guest star on Kelsey's enormous TikTok account. He created his account in 2014, and these days, the majority of his posts are about Season 1 of The Golden Bachelorette. Mark just shared a picture of Joan on his first night waiting for his limo to come on Instagram. With 4.8K likes on his picture, Mark partially captioned it, saying, "There is a story unfolding that starts tonight on ABC." Joan and Keith later played cornhole at the first season premiere of The Golden Bachelorette, connecting over their shared love of the beach and their families. In her confessional, she said that she had not felt safe since her husband of 32 years, John, died in 2021 from pancreatic cancer. Keith, she said, gave her that sense of security. Later, Joan gave Keith her first kiss of the evening and her first impression rose. Does Joan end up falling in love with Keith? Even though Joan and Keith clicked right away on The Golden Bachelorette, she ultimately decides against choosing him. There aren't any spoilers yet regarding their eventual breakup, though. Given that Joan had expressed her desire to never leave her family and that Keith has deep family ties, it is plausible that their separation was caused by the fact that they were on different coasts and lived across the nation. That being said, this is just conjecture.